Alright, so for today's video, I wanted to go back to this topic of water. Last time I talked a little bit about water and some information about how to use it. But let me just go back to the start of the chapter and let's just talk about water and what water is. And well, let's just look at water in the overall category of important liquids and their adjuvants, or Anupana. So Anupana is a term for liquids and their adjuvants. So what does Anupana mean? Anupana means, Anu means after, and Pana means intake of a substance. So Anupana means taking intake of a substance after something else. So these are liquids or substances that need to be taken after meals and medication. Adjuvants are chiefly of two types: a drink taken immediately after food, such as buttermilk, milk, or juices, and others which are taken along with medicines, such as water or honey. So sometimes Anupana is a drink taken immediately after the food, or it is taken along with medicine. So it is a very important topic in Ayurveda because it basically involves the pharmacology of medicines. So it is a carrier of food and medicines. It is a vehicle. It is a supplementary item added to the main medicine as a suitable medium to reduce its bad taste, to increase its natural power, or to modify it. Very important, and I already said that. They also boost taste, Anupanas. Appropriate adjuvants provide energy, strength, and increase vitality, virility. So no need for special orders on the internet. You just have to find the right Anupana for energy, strength, and virility. They also provide freshness, joy, and softness. So no need for drugs. Just need the right Anupana. And some Anupanas have been mislabeled as drugs, of course. Drugs and alcohol. They activate the digestive fire, brighten the complexion, and reduce mental and physical fatigue. My aunt told me once, when I told her I used to smoke weed to improve my digestion, she told me, "Oh, why do you need to take all those extreme steps? All you need to do is drink a cup of water before, half an hour before a meal." And it's kind of true, because that stimulates peristalsis, which stimulates your appetite. Natural healing. Simple healing. So this is very true. It does, drinking water does activate your digestive fire, and even alcohol does. It brightens your complexion and reduces mental and physical fatigue. All right. And appropriate Anupanas not only pacify all doshas, but also prevent the accumulation of doshas in all the tissues or dhatus. Alright, so the most important adjuvants are water, fermented medical herbal decoctions, soup, sour fruit juices, fermented drinks made from grains and other sour substances. So a lot of medicated herbal decoctions are asava, fermented medicated herbal decoctions. So herbs and wine, fermented, obviously water, which is of two types, hot and cold. Actually, it's more than two types, but we'll find that out later. Then there's soup, sour fruit juices, and fermented drinks made from grains and other sour substances. Kanji vinegar, milk, fruit juices, and extracts of medicinal herbs and decoctions. So many different options, unlimited options of decoctions and anupanas to choose from. but the selection of it is based on its qualities according to the constitution of the individual, the dosha pattern, the state of illness, time, and age. They should be taken in an appropriate quantity to ensure quick and easy digestion of medicines and food. So that's important. You shouldn't be taking something you can't digest, say Anupana, and you should not be taking too much of it if it's hard to digest, especially. Taking more than the required amount leads to heaviness and dosha aggravation, whereas a lesser quantity than is required or its complete absence results in problems related to softening of food, which hampers digestion. So if you have too much liquid in your if you dilute your medicine with too much Anupana, then you basically have problems with digesting the food, because then the food doesn't get as soft because it's diluted with water. So the saliva is not the only or the main source of moistening. This way it may lead to disease development, alright? So Ayurveda is great in that it is very subtle. It talks about the causative factors of disease, and these are located in our everyday actions, such as drinking water or other fluids that we take with our medicines. So let's look at some interesting uses of Anupana as a general thing. So he says, under certain circumstances, even normal intake of this must be avoided, like in cough, bronchial asthma, chest injury, excessive salivation, head and neck ailments, and sore throat. Intake of water or other drinks along with food is inappropriate. Alright? So in these conditions of chest problems and head problems and neck problems, intake of water and other drinks is actually not good for you. So let's look at some examples of Anupana, alright? We here have certain conditions, all of these, and certain appropriate Anupanas to use. So let's look at Kapha vitiation. Kapha. So the mucus or phlegm humor can be counteracted with hot and dry substances such as crackers. White people tend to be of the phlegm constitution. They have bulkier bodies and bigger bones and more bulky structure in general. So for them, crackers are useful. That's why they eat crackers. And smoking is also a hot and dry therapy. And it's a very, well, cigarettes came from the West. Vata. Now those are Indian people, black people, I believe, are more of the gas humors. And for them, hot and oily substances are good. Fried chicken, hot chocolate, right? Right. And Indians have their curries too. Next we have the Pitta vitiation, or the bile humor. More Asian, more some black people too, who are more reddish people, gingers. For them, and in summer, sweet and cool substances are the adjuvant to use. And next up, we have, for example, honey and lemon. I underlined this one. Honey and lemon, for example, can be helpful for weakness due to alcohol. So in the morning, lemon juice and even orange juice is recommended. Emaciation. So honey and lemon is good for emaciation, insomnia, obesity, because honey is a warming, a reducing sweetener, which they don't tell you about, in contrast to something like maple syrup, which is more heavy. Then we have fatigue is also cured because lemon is a powerful energy booster. Honey and lemon. Laziness and dizziness. So weakness from alcohol, emaciation, insomnia, obesity, fatigue, laziness, and dizziness. So it seems like energy and metabolism is what's